So, very good afternoon, everyone, and warmly welcome to this press conference. Prime Ministers of Finland and Estonia will first give us short statements, and then we have time for some questions. So, Prime Minister Marin, please.
Thank you so much, and good day to everyone. I'm very pleased to have my new colleague, Prime Minister Kaja Kallas, visiting Helsinki today. We have had very good discussions on a number of topical issues. Of course, the COVID-19 pandemic brings to light what is important: cooperations and good friends. The dialogue between our countries throughout the pandemic has been invaluable and necessary, and we will continue that way. Finland and Estonia have an open dialogue on the issues related to COVID-19, and our experts try to find together balanced and practical solutions to the challenges regarding travel. Current rules permit the entry into Finland only for persons working in functions that are significant for the functioning of the society or security of supply. These rules are in force until 18th of March. At the same time, Finland and Estonia are jointly developing measures that would make border crossing safe this spring. It is essential to establish clear principles for traveling with advanced testing certificates and testing for commuters. Finland and Estonia have decided to launch a study on the relations and future cooperation between our countries. It is timely to assess our relationship. A lot of time has passed since the previous study concluded in 2008. There are many fields in which we can further enhance our cooperation, for culture to digitalization. People-to-people contacts, scientific cooperation, connectivity, resilience, and are just some examples of areas to be covered on this study. Former Minister Anna-Mari Virolainen from Finland and Jaak Aaviksoo from Estonia have been appointed as rapporteurs of the study. They will be supported by the Foreign Policy Institute of both countries. There will be an official launching event of the study in the near future. During the Finnish chairmanship of the Nordic-Baltic Cooperation, NB8, this year, the main focus will be on the recovery of our societies after the pandemic. In this context, we will focus on innovations, digitalization, climate change, and green recovery. And now, please, Mrs. Kallas, the floor is yours.
Hyvä Sanna, hyvät toimittajat. Olen erittäin iloinen voidessani seisua täällä Helsingissä erinomaisen tapaamisen jälkeen. Nykyään tapamme toisiaan fyysisesti harvoin ja voimme vaan iloita siitä, että tämä tapaaminen, ensimmäinen ulkomaan vierailuini, tuli mahdolliseksi. Kiitos. Nyt mä vaihtan englanniksi. The main topics we discussed today, as Sanna already mentioned, were COVID-19, strengthening our bilateral cooperation both in new fields and on existing projects in infrastructure, energy and digital transformation as well. We also touched upon international issues, upcoming EU meetings, Russia and transatlantic cooperation. COVID-19 and overcoming the crisis were the most important topic, of course, considering what is happening outside. For now, we need to be cautious about the virus, also the new variants, the speed of vaccinations. This has been my government's uttermost priority from day one. We are both committed and working hard on finding a viable and safe solution to reopen the work, travel, commuting between Estonia and Finland. This is important for both of our countries' economies and our people. Regarding COVID-19, we also discussed vaccination and especially developing a digital vaccination certificates for the future. I invited Finland to be part of the Estonia World Health Organization pilot project, and of trust framework of the vaccine certificates. As I've always said, also when I was part of the European Parliament, Estonia and Finland could be the leaders in the world or in Europe regarding this, being the Silicon Valley of Europe. Our cooperation should not only be marked by crisis, as Sanna already mentioned. Finland and Estonia are like-minded partners bilaterally, regionally, and also on the EU level, and in multilateral organizations. Our cross-sectoral cooperation has been close and effective at all levels throughout the history of our countries. And as marked already, our close relations and interlinked cooperation inspire us to constantly explore even more possibilities and opportunities for collaboration. And this is why we are particularly glad to announce the start of this process of the visionary report. And I might say that from Finland's side, this is led by Mrs. Virolainen. We tried so hard to find a person called Suomalainen from our side, but it didn't work out that well. Anyway, it's led by Jaakko Aaviksoo. The aim of the report will be to look into the future of our country's cooperation. We expect it to highlight the new possibilities. And for me personally, I think we are very close culturally, economically. We have to find ways to cooperate even more. We also touched upon projects that connect us. We should move forward with the ambitious Tallinn-Helsinki tunnel, and we wish to cooperate more closely on Rail Baltic. We also discussed our path to achieve climate neutrality, both on the EU level and locally. There's also more that we can do in the field of data exchange. We can mutually use the digital prescriptions already since last year. And our business registers are also exchanging data using the X-Road and Palveluväylä. Hopefully we can take that experience and broaden it even further. And last, but never the least, we also talked about the Europe and the international issues, especially in the light of upcoming European Council, and relations with Russia and the importance of supporting and improving transatlantic relations. I also wished Sanna good luck for the Finnish presidency of NB8, N5 and Nordic Council ministers of this year. Kiitos.
Thank you very much, Prime Minister. So now we open the floor for a few questions, and we start with the Estonian press. Rain Kooli, Estonian YLE, please go ahead.
Good afternoon. I have a question, and the first part is for Kaja Kallas. Yesterday, Finnish government decided to continue very tough travel restrictions for additional 3 weeks. Was it a surprise for you? Was it disappointment for you? And no, for both prime ministers, did you reach some kind of mutual understanding, some kind of agreement? What will happen after March 18? Thank you.
Thank you. Considering the situation with COVID-19 in Estonia and also in Finland, considering that we have new variants, I totally understand the decision of Finland in this regard. However, we discussed the possibilities to make this travel possible again. And one of the ideas is to make the people present the certificate of a negative test before boarding the ferry. In that way, we could make sure that the virus doesn't travel cross borders. So we are happy to cooperate on every level, but we see that the numbers are as they are currently, and that's why we have to understand that we can't live a normal life right now. This is just the case. We need to get the numbers down.
Thank you very much for the question. Actually, the Finnish government sent a bill today to the Finnish Parliament on mandatory testing, and we will get this hopefully as soon as possible out of the Parliament so that we can also lower the restrictions between Estonia and Finland when it comes to travel and commuting. It is very important that everyone will be tested when entering to another country. This is the only way that we can get the virus under control and also see where the variant moves. So this is our plan. We want to get the mandatory testing as soon as possible to be reality, and then we can also lower the restrictions between our countries. We don't, of course, want the situation be as it is today. We want people to travel, we want more normal life, but as Kaija said, the situation is very difficult, and we also need to make sure that the virus don't spread.
Thank you very much. And then the first Finnish journalist raising his hand was Petri Bundstroff, YLE. Please go ahead.
Yes, question to both Prime Ministers. First, Prime Minister Kallas, you mentioned the possibility of taking part in the digital vaccination certificate that Estonia is piloting currently. Could you maybe give us more details about this project and what it would mean in practice? Ja sitten kysymys suomeksi pääministeri Sanna Marinille. Kysymys liittyy Suomen ja Viron suhteisiin ja mainitsitte tästä tutkimuksesta, joka nyt aloitetaan. Minkälainen ryppy Suomen ja Viron suhteisiin tuli Viron edellisen hallituksen aikana, kun EKRE-puolueen tietyt johtohahmot laukoivat paljon huomiota saaneita Suomi-kommentteja? Kiitos, thank you.
Yeah, I will start. The digital vaccinations passports, it's a pilot project that we have with World Health Organization, and it is basically how to explain it is it works like the X-Road or Palveluväylä works in Finland. So you have different databases that communicate with different databases that show whether first they show two things: whether you have had the vaccination, and this institution that issued this certificate that you have had the vaccination is proper to do so. And the other part is that the health institution of this country states that this is correct information. So this is basically databases talking to databases, and how it works in practice, so it should work in practice, is that like remember those times when we got to travel, then you had a boarding pass, and boarding pass you put it on the machine, it shows you red or green whether you have the right to cross this gate or not. So it should work this way as well, that basically you cross the border, you show this QR code, and it tells you whether you have the vaccination or you don't. So this is what people see. It should be very fluent and make travel possible again.
First of all, I would like to comment on this topic. I think Estonia is a pioneer when it comes to digital solutions, and we are supporting this kind of digital passport of showing test or vaccination results. So I think it's very important that Estonia is working with WHO on this, and we are supporting this project. I think it's very important for all of us that Estonia can show us solutions for the future. Ja sitten mitä tulee Suomen ja Viron suhteisiin, Suomen ja Viron suhteet ovat erittäin läheiset, erittäin tiiviit, olleet aina ja ovat sitä myös tulevaisuudessa. Itselläni on ollut erittäin hyvä yhteistyö myös aiemman pääministeri Jyri Rataksen kanssa, ja varmasti meillä tulee olemaan erittäin hyvä yhteistyö myös Kaja Kallaksen kanssa. En pidä mitenkään merkittävänä yksittäisten poliitikkojen julkilausumia tai sisäpoliittisista syistä tehtyjä ulostuloja. Maidemme väliset suhteet ovat erittäin hyvät, erittäin tiiviit, ovat olleet aiemman pääministerin kanssa ja ovat sitä varmasti tulevaisuudessakin.
Thank you very much. I'm afraid we are running out of time and we have to close this press conference because of the traveling schedule. So thank you very much, Prime Ministers, and thank you very much for all the journalists.
Thank you so much.
Kiitos.